when we look at the celebrities, we think of the glamorous life and we think of all the money that we think the celebrities have. But it's just as easy for people to lose it all if it's not managed properly. And Keke Palmer was one of those. She recently opened up about having to file for bankruptcy at only 18 years old. But Keke says that it helped make her smarter with her choices about money, and it made her live below her means. So even though she's making money, she says she doesn't wear designer clothes. She makes sure that she's very frugal. She drives a little Toyota. And the reason why, if you're going, well, how did she, file bankruptcy in her parents and da-da-da? She had a bad business manager when she was younger. And you've heard those stories of business managers getting your money, because what they do, business managers, is they handle all of your money coming in. So I have a business manager, and you have residuals coming in. If you think of just the number of movies and TV shows I've been on, it's coming in from all parts of the country. It plays, my things play at 2 in the morning, 3. So you will have 99 cents, $100, $500, and you don't know. It doesn't say, oh, because you did a movie Beauty Shop, that's what it's from. It just comes from a company. So you don't know, and it's very easy when you have so many different sources of money coming from different places, stand-up comedy, this one, a book deal, da-da-da, for people to come in and take advantage of you. Even if you sign your own checks, which I remember Oprah signs her own checks. So even if you sign your own check, it's still very easy for someone to come in to take advantage of you, because it's so many sources and streams of income coming in. So you don't know that your movie or your TV show was playing on an airline somewhere in another country until you get a check from somebody you don't recognize. So this was a good lesson for her, because it makes Keke appreciate having something now. You remember when your parents used to say, they're saying, money don't grow on trees. And I'm telling you, they used to say that to me. Now, we don't have it. Money don't grow on trees. And I used to think, well, what does it grow on? But I said that with my inside voice, okay? So many of these young people don't know how to manage their money. You get musicians, and you really hear about it a lot with musicians. They get a record deal, and they think because they got $1 million record deal, they got $1 million. But what people don't realize about these celebrities and these people that get these big checks is, in this business, you have to pay a team. You have to pay your manager. Manager is 10% of your money. An agent is 10% of your money. A business manager takes 5% of your money. A lawyer takes 5%. And you got about 38% in taxes. So all that is a percentage that you have to give off of the gross, not the net. And what you have left over still has to cover publicist, stylist, glam team, and your cousin who needs money on his books. So you gotta, woo! Or in a certain talk show host thing, multiple family who needs money on their books. So I tell them, and I say this, if you see that I got this TV show and you want to borrow some money, I ain't got it. Oh, my gosh. So, but I understand Keke being frugal. I know I went through so much coming up. For me, I was taking the bus for so many times, and I had my car repossessed and was getting evicted for so long. When I finally got a little check, I splurged. I bought a convertible car that I would drive in, and I finally had a nice ride. And then, but full circle, now I'm in New York. I'm back on the damn A train. Just no convertible. On the A train. I did bring my convertible to New York. You cannot be driving around in Harlem in no convertible, because my license plate says "So Sherri" on it, and I was there in the convertible. They was like, "Sherri Shepherd!" You just, like, you right there with everybody in New York. So I sent it back. I sent it back to L.A. But I still do some things that I cannot let go of because I went through so much. I don't use my dishwasher. I still use, because I'm trying to save money. Clap if you still use your red Solo cups. Anybody? Oh, nobody, just me. You see, y'all gonna follow Marco, but your Marco gonna lead y'all to the doggone you.
They wasn't following me that time, no.
Yeah, you clapped before. They didn't know what they was clapping for. Now, see, I use red Solo cups, and I wash them out, and I reuse the Solo cups. I got those. Okay, all right. I like the red and the blue Solo cups. Now, I don't know if you're not supposed to reuse them because of the plastic, but I use them all the time. And then, unless I'm working and somebody's paying for me, when people pay for me, I fly first class. But when I have to pay for myself and Jeffrey, we fly coach because I'm not spending that kind of money on a first class ticket. So a lot of people will come and they will see me in 38D. It happens all the time. They'll be like, girl, what is you doing here? The same thing you doing here. Shoot. Now come on back, come on back. Just go on, squeeze past me. It is good in first class. 38D, you like, excuse me. Gotta go to the bathroom. But the only thing that I don't splurge on too much, I don't splurge on too much because I've tried to save because I'm a single mom and I'm trying to make sure Jeffrey is taken care of. But there's some things that I splurge on. Now, shoes are something that I splurge on. I love shoes. I got a huge shoe rack in my house. Those are my shoes. Those are my shoes. You have to climb a ladder to get to the top to the boots. And this is shoes that I've collected. I've had shoes since I was on The View in 2007. So this is all my shoes. I don't throw my shoes away because my daddy used to take my sisters and I to Payless and Woolworths. Remember in Woolworths, you got to grab the shoes from the bin. It didn't matter if one was a size 7 and one was a size 8. My daddy was like, you gonna get those shoes are good, you can walk to school. But what, daddy, they flopping on and off my foot. He didn't care, but he would take us to Payless and everything was plastic. So whenever I would walk around, you could always hear something sliding from the back of the shoe to the front of the shoe. And if you wore Payless too long, like for a week or so, your feet stunk for a year. And so when I was little, I said, I'm gonna get the good shoes when I get older. That's always said that. You remember when Payless used to have them jelly shoes? My daddy would get us those jelly shoes and they'd melt in the summertime. Or they'd turn yellow all around the edges. The jelly shoes would turn yellow like Tupperware. You couldn't get that yellow stain out. So that's one of the things I always say when I was little, I'm gonna have shoes. So I applaud Keke for being frugal because she's got Leotis now, her child. She's setting a great example for her child. So girl, you gonna be frugal.
We're gonna have a good time.